Everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with y'all two stocks that are set to explode very soon and why y'all should keep them on your watch list. We're also going to look at the overall market once again to get you guys ready as always. Alright, y'all, let's dive right into the charts right off the bat. We got the SPY over here, and today it started out kind of bearish actually. There was this bearish pennant that broke down at 9 o'clock. I think there was probably some news released over here, which caused this sell-off. And then it had a double bottom, recovered into the close, and then more sellers piled on. They're probably shorting at the moment, I think. That's what it looks like, at least on the 5-minute. Looking at the daily charts, and we're going to move on to the NASDAQ. That way it can be a little bit more clear. So with the NASDAQ, I told y'all about a warning that could be a double top. Kind of looking like this, right? Where we see the candles getting smaller. We did get a doji. I warned you guys that today was going to be a doji, and the market gave us a dragonfly. This right here is a dragonfly doji. If you're not familiar with it, that's what it looks like. All right. So tomorrow we'll see how things play out. A lot of stocks are reporting earnings. They're not like I don't see anything that has a huge market cap that could really shift the market in one way. So just pay attention to how we open in the morning. And also pay attention to the volume in the first 5-minute of market hours. Like I said before, we are trading near all-time highs. Again, the all-time high is right here. We're not too far away from it. So be very, very cautious this week. All right, now let's look at the VIX, because the VIX is teasing. The VIX is teasing 1450. It got there this morning after that bearish structure showed up on a 3-minute on a SPY. Like it got there, it started rising, and it hits 1450 and immediately sold off again. So again, like I told y'all, we are not hoping for something to happen. We are getting ready for something to happen, and that something is a candle. The first candle that closes above this neckline, fear will kick into the market the day after. All right, so just be on the lookout for that. I think it's going to happen. I'm not sure exactly when, if it's going to be tomorrow, if it's going to be Thursday. All right, but you have to be ready for it. So set another alert at that level specifically at like 14.6 again, if yours got triggered like mine got triggered, and patiently wait and trade what the market gives you. Now, the first stock to keep on watch for a potential move, for a huge move, is BAC, Bank of America. Now, I'm going to clean up the chart, all right? And the reason why I want to share Bank of America with y'all is because, first and foremost, it had a big move up, all right? It had a huge move up. And now the daily chart is looking like a double top. We have a top right here, and then we have another top right here. So the bare minimum that we can expect from a structure like this, if it is indeed the double top that I think it is a test of this level of support, which actually stretches from way back here. You see where these short sellers are? There are some short sellers in this wick. So what these individuals are hoping for, along with these dip buyers right here, all right, they're hoping for the price to get back there, all right? And these individuals have the decisions to break even, and these individuals also have a decision to, like if they shorted here, they could also break even, right? But they're looking for a test down there. Now we're going to zoom into the chart. We're going to clean it up again, and then we're going to look at the 1 hour. Yeah. So the 1 hour, there is a structure on there that looks exactly like what I showed y'all with the SPY on a 5-minute, but this one is on the 1 hour. there is a descending triangle on the charts right here. All right, right there. It hasn't broken down officially, but it's teasing that level. There is dip buyers who have their stop loss like right underneath it at 32.80. Again, dip buyers here, and also dip buyers from today here. It teased a breakdown, but the SPY was already down so much that it had to kind of spring back up. And when that happens, a lot of the stocks in the market tends to follow that move as well. This one didn't really follow the SPY back to like the opening price. Like it had a little dead cat bounce here and it closed near the lows. So have your alert set at 32.8 for a breakdown. And it could even open up lower depending on how the Dow Jones and a lot of stocks that are reporting earnings do. Because a lot of those stocks are part of the Dow Jones. Okay. Now, so look for this one for a breakdown and for a drop all the way down to $31. I don't want to say tomorrow because that's a bit aggressive. So I'm just going to say by Thursday. Yeah, that day is Thursday. So watch it for a breakdown here for a drop to 31 on a Thursday. So that's the first stock. Now, if you want to look at the other stock in the same sector, we can. We're going to look at Wells Fargo. And Wells Fargo isn't doing too well after that dividends day. So it dropped immediately. And it's kind of forming a similar thing. Level of support is right there. And if that breaks, expect a sell-off. The structure is similar to that of Bank of America. And if we look at the indices for the whole financial sector, it also XLF. There it is. Yeah. So this is the Spider ETF for the financial sector. And that one is also looking like it's getting a little tired. First, we had a huge red candle on the 31st, and it's been chopping slowly. The candles are getting really, really smaller as the volume is fading. Today's volume was literally half the price of the average volume of the past 3 days, which is not really a good sign, which is a sign of weakness, I would say, for that specific ETF. So watch it for a potential move down because there's a lot more room down than up. Yeah, there's a lot more room down and up. And the market is looking a little bit sus. It's looking kind of sus. So just be careful. All right, now the next one to look at for tomorrow that I want to share with you guys, that one is BABA. BABA. All right. And if you missed yesterday's video, I shared this one with y'all in yesterday's video. I told y'all to watch it for a potential long because of the bull flag on here. All right. The bull flag is right there. It was cooking for some time. And then it broke out. It moved in the opposite direction of the SPY. It broke out, didn't do what the SPY did at all. It just did its own thing. And now it's closed, and it closed back at above $74. Earnings is in 2 days. We might see some chop, or maybe it might creep up a little bit to 76. And then the reaction to earnings. Again, holding anything through earnings is 150% gambling. All right, you literally have a 33% chance of making money. 33%, meaning if you buy calls, right, then the stock has to shoot up like a lot. And these contracts are not super inflated, so it doesn't have to jump 15 or 20%. It would be nice if it does, but it doesn't have to jump that much for the at the money contracts to double in value. It doesn't, because if you look at the contracts right here, like we go on the trade tab, like the at the money contracts is only 220. The IV is not over 100% for the contract that expired on the 9th. And even for the 16th, those contracts have even a lower IV, which is a pretty good sign. Like if the IV is over 300, for example, and let's say that the stock was way up here at like $90 in anticipation of earnings, then what I will be telling you will be very, very different. I will tell you that there's a high chances that we could see an IV crush where both sides get annihilated. All right. But in this situation, I'm leaning a lot more bullish than I am bearish because the stock has been demolished for months, and I would say for years. It's been demolished for 3 years, and this earnings might be the one that causes some type of spark. And the weekly chart is looking pretty interesting now that I look at it. Yeah, watch this one for a potential long. Again, like I said, holding anything through earnings is 150% gambling. Manage your size. All right, if you want to trade the reaction afterwards, you can. If it jumps too high, there might not be a lot of money to be made. There will be some money to be made, but not a whole lot of money to be made if the stock jumps too high through earnings. But this is something that I am watching for the next few days. All right. The other Chinese stock that moved with Baba was JD. And this one, we're going to go on a daily chart. Actually, no, the 4-hour chart. Yeah, that way y'all can see what I mean. So with JD, you remember what I showed y'all with Bank of America and the Spider ETF for the financial sector? It showed a double top. In this situation, we're seeing a double bottom, pretty much the inverse of what we've seen with the banks, where we have a bottom here, and then we have a bottom here. All right, and then we have some short sellers right here who will be terrified if we got there. So the minimum that I expect from JD is a move to 24 bucks. And if the reaction to Baba is positive, then the stock would move with it. This one has much, much cheaper contracts. And the implied volatility is also lower. Yeah, it's lower than Baba, which means that if there is an IV crush in Baba, these ones are not going to get annihilated. Okay, that's kind of one way to play earnings without playing earnings. You just play the stock that move with the stock that you really, really want. It's a strategy to keep in mind. I'm just teaching you guys some things for those of you who are especially new and want to play earnings, but you're scared. You want to manage your risk. That's one way of managing your risk. You just play a stock that move with the stock that you really, really want. That way you can make a lot of money, even though the stock that you really, really want, let's say if it makes, let's say something similar to what Meta did. When Meta moved high, other tech stocks also had a big jump, right? The contracts on Meta went up crazy, but the contracts on the other tech stock went up, 100%, 150%, maybe 200%, right? That's kind of what I mean here. So this is the other stock/sector to keep on watch. A quick updates on Apple. I told you guys to watch Apple for a potential long to 88. It got there today. It got to 189 and then just chopped into the close. I'm gonna clean up the charts. As of right now, I'm not too sure where it's going to go because it's showing a doji just like the SPY, right? It's showing the doji that's testing the 9 SMA. It's not bullish, and it's not. I mean, it's not bullish for sure. I know this gap got taken care of, but just be very patient, right? And just wait for a new structure to appear intraday for that one. I don't know exactly where it's gonna go. It did what I told you it was gonna do, which was move from 180 to 188. After that, we wait for something else. All right. So that is my very honest thoughts on all of these stocks. That is the end of the video. Don't forget to annihilate the like button. As always, remember, I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 10 p.m. Central Time. All right. So definitely click on that subscribe button and click on the notification bell. That way YouTube notifies you whenever I release these videos. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community with me, all of this information in real time as I see them, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Paul and Gluma, and the Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in tomorrow night's video.